Yo yo, it's Jojo, and I'm back here again, setting up, making myself ready for Shadowlands, World of Warcraft Shadowlands, coming up in a few hours. I haven't been this excited for a game in quite a while. I'm actually pretty sad I'm not playing Overwatch anymore as much, but fuck it. We've got World of Warcraft MMORPG fever. It's going full blast. And I was just gonna make a quick update video right here for the people wondering what the fuck I'm doing. I'm gonna be playing Mage and Priest. Shadow Priest, I'm a DPS player for my raid. We're gonna do some mythic raiding. It's gonna be super fun. So just a quick update here on what I'm gonna play, at least for leveling, and what kind of soulbinds, covenants, all that shit that everyone seems to be asking about. So quick rundown right here. The Shadow Priest is going to be my main. I'm going to dabble in some Discipline Priest as well. So keep your eyes peeled for that. The leveling is going to look something like this. Death and Madness. We're going to use a lot of Shadow Word Pain as we level. Body and Soul, Movement Speed, Misery, Quicker Dots. Easy peasy. A stun if some accidental PvP occurs or we might have some fun. Otherwise, Last Word is fine. Shadow Crash, some AoE. We want to kill fast. Burst, this is just way too slow. Void Torrent is insane since they buffed it. Otherwise, I would have gone Damnation, but Void Torrent right now seems absolutely insane. Go 100%. And of course, Surrender to Madness gives you another Void form pretty much for free. So you're going to be spamming those Void Bolts pretty much every pack if you cycle through Surrender to Madness and Void Eruption. And this is really easy to use while you're leveling. You're killing mobs all the time. There's no way a mob survives for 25 seconds, so you're not going to be killing yourself with this one. And if you have War Mode on, obviously your hardest hitting ability, Devouring Plague, increased duration on that is insane. Pick that shit up. Greater Fade, some movement speed, survivability, insane as well. And this one is just some extra damage by getting more, what's it called? Insanity. There we go. More insanity to fuel some more mega devouring plagues. Easy. We continue on to soulbinds. This one might not be the best, but since I'm gonna be playing, I want to be playing Disc as well, and I think this one is going to be the strongest in PvP as well, which I'm going to be playing a lot of. So Mind Games looks absolutely insane. It's got some really solid, like it's a single target burst, priority burst. If you need a target dead, this guy will fix that for you. And of course, you just want to get the insta potency as soon as possible and put your shadowy apparitions deal 31% more damage up there instantly. Haunting apparitions. This one's definitely a solid pick. I guess you could go for this one as well. Dissonant Echoes. Void Bolt is 35% more damage, and while not involved Void form, dealing damage with Mind Flay has a chance to allow you to cast Void Bolt. So you're going to be spamming a lot of Void Bolts with this one, but I believe that this one is slightly more damage, so I'll probably pick this one up first. And if we're going Venture, then Nadja is pretty much the only choice that we've got here that is competitive. I guess the mastery buff while standing in the parasol here could be cool, but I don't see this one being anything more exciting. You could. I've seen a lot of people go Necrolords since they buffed the Unholy Nova. This one's actually pretty good. Gotta make sure you watch out for the square root scaling on the targets that you're hitting. So if you hit like 3 targets, it's going to decide how much damage it's going to do there immediately. So if those 2 other targets die instantly, you're just going to have a much weaker version of the dot on the strong target that still survives. So like if the dot deals 1000 damage per second, you've got 2 targets. Instead of it dealing 1000 damage a second on both targets, it's going to deal like 750 or something, or 500, I don't know. No, 750, I believe. So it's still going to be more damage in total. If you're hitting multiple targets, but it's not going to be insane. So it's a little bit harder to use. You got to make sure that people or your mobs survive for the entire duration to get the full value. And the covenants are also quite, or the soulbinds, I mean. The soulbinds are definitely competitive. Otherwise, Kyrian, Pelagos, this guy is absolutely insane. They nerfed him recently, but getting the 350 mastery bonus every time you use your ability is really strong. And also let go of the past, that gives you a bunch of versatility. Super insane. This one got nerfed, so it's the other covenants have caught up to it. It isn't as overpowered and a 100% pick anymore. And especially since I hate the Boon of the Ascended, it's just weird. It doesn't fit into the like Shadow Priest aesthetic. It changes your rotation weirdly, so you have to press a button every 2 spells that you... Sure, it hits hard, but I don't know. I don't like it. It just doesn't fit the Shadow Priest at all. Mind Games, though, super cool ability. Super hard hitting, insane in PvP, insane for Disc Priest. So... even though the other covenants might seem slightly better on Shadow Priest, like I believe Necrolords and Kyrian are slightly better than Ventir, just the fact that this is better in PvP and better for Disc Priest, it's a solid pick for me. Then Legendaries, this one seems to be the best one from what I've seen in The Sims. The Eternal Call to the Void. You get that Void Tendril generating a bunch of insanity for you. It's a cool one. It's a cool one. Otherwise, I guess Talbadar's Stratagem is second on the single target version at least. But one thing that I'm actually really excited about is this one. Power of Infusion also grants you 100% of its effect when used on an ally. This should be insane for Mythic Plus. Like, you can put this on your teammate, like a mage or something, as he pops his Combust or Arcane Power or something similar, and you're gonna have some insane wombo combos, especially since in the Soulbinds here, you've got a potency conduit. No, not potency. What's it called? Utility conduit? This one. Power Infusion gets a reduced cooldown when you cast it on an ally. And then there's also another cooldown reduction. I don't really remember where. I'm pretty sure there's some kind of cooldown reduction. There's another cooldown reduction for Power Infusion. So this could be really cool in Mythic Plus. Not sure that it's great in raids though. The same thing with the Shadow Flame Prism. This one got nerfed as well. I thought this one was really cool. I would have loved to be able to do a Shadow Fiend build, but hopefully it gets buffed in the future. Who knows? Right now, this could be okay in Mythic Plus if you've got 5 targets. But other than that, the other legendaries are way more competitive. I think that's it for the Shadow Priest. Now we're gonna head off to the Mage. I'm gonna be starting off as a Frost Mage. Probably playing Frost for the first tier. I'm probably not gonna change. Second tier, who knows? Maybe some Fire, maybe some Arcane. At least in PvP, I'm gonna definitely be playing all of them to see which one fits best. But I've always loved Frost Mage. Always, always, always. Oh my god, I've been playing Frost Mage since the game came out, pretty much. So the talents look something like this. Ice Lance is our strongest ability by far. We want to maximize Ice Lance damage and spam that shit as much as possible. So Lonely Winter is going to give us more damage on Ice Lance. Shimmer, just for that uptime. We can cast and blink. Incander's Flow, since we're going to be leveling, we're going to run around a lot. I don't think we're going to need huge bursts from Rune of Power to kill like difficult mobs. So just move around, get that basic damage going. Chain Reaction, Ice Lance is what we're doing. We're gonna focus on our Ice Lance. I could see Ebon Ball being better while leveling, actually, just to get that big burst. Like front loading your damage while leveling might actually not be that bad. So I'm gonna try this around, swap it between packs and see what feels best. Some extra slow, doesn't really matter here. Once again, this is a matter of, am I gonna be AoE pulling? Splitting Ice is gonna be insane. Pop that Frozen Orb, Blizzard, and start spamming Ice Lance. Everything's gonna be dying. Comet Storm, I think it has a little bit of a long cooldown for my taste. Like just pulling 2 mobs and double ice lancing them is probably going to be faster than Comet Storming. So this is the go-to. And then while leveling, like hard casting a 3-sec cast, I don't think we're going to face any difficult mobs. So, and Ray of Frost, I'll just go for Thermal Void. We're going to be spamming Ice Lance. We get some more Icy Veins. This feels better. Might try out some Ray of Frost and see what works here. Since we're playing with War Mode on, just pick the PvP talents that actually give you damage. Frozen Orb damage, and you can also aim it a little bit better. Burst of Cold, you can do some cool Frost Nova bursts with this one, why not? And Deep Shatter, of course, for that extra Shatter combo. So you can do some pretty cheesy stuff, like you charge up a Frostbolt, you immediately Nova into a... or you... Frostbolt, Cone of Cold, Nova, another Cone of Cold. You can snap another Nova Cone of Cold for a lot of damage, a lot of instant on-demand damage. And I guess this would be better if I played Ice Nova as well. Or is it just your Frost Nova? Okay, never mind. Pet Nova does not actually... I thought Pet Nova would give you this effect as well. But so, then this is definitely a good one. For Soulbinds... Unfortunately, this is going to be a bit boring. I'm going to go for Venter here as well on the mage. The thing is, I really wanted to go Kyrian on mage. Kyrian looks so much better if you're playing fire especially. It looks better in PvE for Arcane as well. I don't think Kyrian is the go-to in PvP for Arcane since, well, you don't really want another Arcane skill. It synergizes pretty well with Arcane's kit. Like, you're gonna put up Touch of the Magi, Radiant Spark, and then blast someone. But another Arcane school, it hurts quite a lot for Arcane mages. Instead, like imagine having a Shadow School ability as an Arcane mage. Like you get kicked on Arcane, bam, you Door of Shadow somewhere, pop that Mirrors of Torment and burst someone down. It's gonna feel a lot better. And this definitely works really well with fire as well. Pop that Mirrors of Torment into a Combust Meteor Go, you're gonna blast people hard. So once again, Venter is just the most not really situational, just the most overall solid pick if you're gonna multi-spec as a mage, in my opinion at least. But if fire becomes good, and I'm gonna be focusing a little bit more on fire, I might actually swap to Kyrian later down the line. But for now, for leveling, this is we don't really need to care too much about this, but this is at least the starting point since I'm gonna be playing a Frost mage. And for Frost, then this is insane because look at this little effect here. For Arcane, you gain 4 mana when the mirrors proc. For Fire, your Fire Blast cooldown is reduced, which is fine. But the mana thing for Arcane is whatever. Frost, though, you gain a Brain Freeze proc. So if you Mirrors of Torment something, you're gonna Brain Freeze, Ice Lance, Ice Lance, Brain Freeze, Ice Lance, Ice Lance, Brain Freeze, Ice Lance, Ice Lance. You're just gonna pump out damage. So this is actually insane. It is the highest simming ability in both AoE and single target Frost. So that's why I am picking Venter as a mage as well. I really wanted to go Kyrian to get some more story and just get another visual on my alt, but unfortunately I'm not gonna do that, at least at the start. Hopefully it changes around when the next tier comes up, or maybe with some balance patches, we'll see. For now, this is what we're going for, and I actually think this Icy Propulsion might be the strongest one right here. While Icy Veins is active, your critical hits reduce its cooldown by 0.75. That's a lot of cooldown reduction. It's gonna be great in raids and mythic dungeons where you actually pump out a lot of damage during fights. While leveling, though, I don't even know if you do stuff with the Soulbind tree while leveling. We'll see, I guess. Otherwise, Ice Bite, increase the damage of Ice Lance, is a no-brainer. You go for that shit all day of the week. And for the legendary, this is actually the wrong one. I don't think I want this one. This one is definitely the best for PvP. It is definitely really strong for AoE as well. This one might be stronger for AoE in PvE. But if you're a PvPer and PvEer, you want to do both, I would definitely recommend going this Frozen Orb one. And if you are a 100% like raider, then Slick Ice is probably going to be a higher DPS increase. You're actually going to be pumping Frostbolts with this one. You're going to be a Frostbolt turret. It's going to be insane. This one is going to be really fun, actually. And if you get a second... when you get a second legendary, and you're going to get this one, where is it? This one, costing 60 Frostbolts or Flurry's Call Down a Frozen Orb. This might actually be really cool. Like, you pop Icy Veins, you pump out like 30 Frostbolts super fast. You get another Frozen Orb and just keep pumping Ice Lances after that. Might be cool, might be cool. Might also just be really bad. We'll see. Anyways, this is my plan for Shadowlands. My leveling talent trees on both the mage and the priest. And I hope this was helpful if you were unsure of what to pick or anything. But I'll definitely keep doing updates like this. I don't actually know much about Shadowlands. I've only watched a few YouTubers here and there to kind of get an idea of what I'm supposed to do, because I don't want to go in 100% blind and be confused. But I am 100% sure that all of this will change very, very soon. So expect updates coming during the week, during the upcoming few weeks, and especially when the arena season and the Mythic Plus season, as well as the raid, starts going up. Oh my god, we're gonna have a lot of shit to do, and I am super excited. So if you're interested in watching more of this content, we're gonna see a lot of priest and a lot of mage gameplay, some hunter. I've got a hunter for fun. Don't expect too much hunter gameplay though. Mostly gonna be caster related. So if you want to see some more of that, be sure to, well, like, comment, subscribe, and of course watch or head on to my Twitch, twitch.tv/jojo, and give me a follow there. You can come in, ask questions, or just hang out, and we're gonna have a lot of fucking fun. So thank you for anyone that kept watching this long. Not sure why you did, but until next time.